Hello, it's Gina and welcome to my channel, and hopefully welcome back to my channel. I want to start this video by just saying thank you. Every day my channel grows just a little bit more, and I really have all of you to thank for that. And I just wanted to show you that I really appreciate it. I hope you've had a chance to check out the rest of my channel, and hopefully there's some videos that you have found helpful and instructive, or maybe just ones that are just of interest to you and that you enjoy watching. Either way, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you will like our video today. Today, I wanted to go back to making some ephemera, and I came up with this little guy right here, and this was my example. And we're going to make 3 pockets out of an envelope. Yay! If you're like me, you get a lot of junk mail, and you just, there's tons and tons of envelopes. So I started saving them because I saw other videos where people, were doing cool things with them. Boy, they build up really fast. So I sat down one day and kind of came up with this configuration. So I wanted to share it with you. We are going to get started, and you're just going to need a junk envelope. Okay, so I'm going to leave that here so you can see. Alright, so I kind of pre-cut this one a little bit just to show you. I'm going to show you how we get all of our pockets. So here's how I made it. Here's my envelope. The first thing you need to do is decide how high up to make your first crease. It doesn't matter. I didn't measure. I just went about 3/4 of the way up. That just is what seemed right for me. But you make your first bend wherever you want to. So we make our first bend and we crease it down at the bottom. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is you open it up, and we're going to cut along the flap. Okay. So you open it up and you cut along the flap all the way to where you creased it. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut the end of the envelope. Okay, because what you'll need to do, we need to cut this other side, and you can't get to it that easily, so you need to cut just enough off just to open it. I just cut the teeniest, tiniest amount right here. And then you open it up, and you will cut, okay, all the way down to the bend again. Okay, so you've already cut this side with the flap, and so now you're going to cut this side at the very bottom of the envelope. Okay, and that pretty much takes you to where I am right now. So we have our first flap, okay, our first pocket, and everything's kind of loosey-goosey right now. So once you get to this stage and you've cut both sides, we can go ahead and glue down our flap, because we really do want that to be glued down. And I'm just going to use a glue stick to do that. I'll just do it along the edges. Okay, like so. Did I get this one? Okay. We're going to fold it over. And there we go. All right. You want to make sure this still opens, okay? So you don't want to accidentally glue it to this piece. These do need to open, okay? So we glued our flap down, and then we're going to fold it back over, and we're going to rebend it so it's like this. Now from here, you're going to take the top layer. See, there's 2 pieces. You're going to take just the top one that has the flap glued down to it, and you're going to bend it all the way down to the end of the envelope like this, and crease it right there. Okay. So see, this is where we're getting, this is this one, and this is this pocket. Now, again, we're going to cut the end of this side just the teeniest bit, my scissors, so that it opens up. Just the very teeniest bit. Is that too teeny? Nope. See, I mean, it was just the very teeny tiniest little tiniest sliver, and it'll open up. Because the next thing we're going to do is glue this down. So, okay. Take this top one and then just glue it down. Right like that. Okay, so once we've got our pockets made, we are going to just decorate it now. And for that, I need some paper. So let me go cut some paper, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and here is the paper that I chose. So just pick two or three pieces that you like, that your eye likes, that goes together. And these are the ones I picked. They're just from a paper pack that I have, and this is really thin paper, which is nice because this project is nice and thin. If you use thin paper, it really helps to keep it from being bulky. So there's nothing wrong with bulky. I love beautiful, nice thick paper, but sometimes you might not want that on a piece of ephemera that you're making. You know, your junk journal, it may has a lot of stuff, and you might not always want something that's super thick and bulky. So these papers will work just fine. Now I got them, I cut them a little bit large, so I know I'm going to have to trim them. And I want to show you how I'm going to do that, because I saw this on a video weeks ago, and I'm terribly sorry I can't remember who, the name of the person's channel that I saw it. But this is not my idea, but it was such a good idea, I did want to pass it along. Okay, so here is the order. I thought I would do something like this. Okay, just to my eye, that just is what works. And I noticed that I kind of did the same. I followed the same pattern that I did on this one. So the darkest piece is in the middle, and the one with the script was up here, and then just kind of a middle tone was here. I guess that's just what is appealing to me. So you lay it out however it is appealing to you. Okay, so let's start up top. Now I know I'm not going to need all of this, right? I cut it too big. So as you can see with this one, here's my first pocket up here. So all this I don't really need. But here's another great way to keep it from being bulky. I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to kind of line it up, give myself a little bit extra. And here is my first flap. Okay, so I'm going to mark it. This is just one of these little tools. I'm just going to mark it. You can use a pencil. I just didn't happen to have one on my table. You can mark where that first flap is going to be. Okay, so now I take it out, and as you can see, I don't know if you can even see that. It's hard for me to tell in my little viewfinder that I've got here. But here's what I'm going to do. So here's the mark right here. I want to give myself a little bit of space, so I'm not going to cut directly right at that line. But I'm going to probably just cut, this is great, this piece, because it has like the writing makes lines and I can see through the paper, so that's super helpful. I'm just going to go one line space down, and I'm going to cut maybe just a little bit more than one line space. Okay, now where my mark is, I'm going to trim my corner. Again, not right up to the mark, because I want to give myself just a little bit of space, just in case I need that when I'm gluing it down. But there you go. Oh, that will go in here. Now I know it's a little bit wide as well, but that's okay. To me, when I have to glue stuff down like that, it just makes it easier if I've got a little extra space. And I can always, I'm going to be able to come back and trim it when I'm done, so that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. And again, I'm just going to use my glue stick. Bendy. She sees people out there. Let's see. I like to put something under it so I don't get glue all over my table. Okay. All right. That should do it. All right. So let's see. Okay, I'm just going to put this. Oh, I can't lean over, so I hope I get this right. That also is very a good reason why I give myself extra space. Let's see. Okay, that covers. Very good. Okay. All right, I think I did pretty well on that one. And there you go. All right, and see, I'm going to wait till I'm done, but you know, once I glue the sides down and everything is staying put, I'll flip it over and then I'll trim off the excess I have on my edges. So I'm just going to leave it for now. So for this one, the middle piece, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and slip this in just to make sure I don't glue, because I went over a little bit with my paper, and since there's glue all over this, I didn't want it to stick. So I'm just going to slip that right there. And let's stick this one down. Hopefully that's got it. I'm going to check it real quick, and that works. Okay. And there we go. All right, one more. Let's see. And for this one, I think I'm just going to put glue on the actual flap, because this is so big. I'm just going to line it up and then I can just trim off the rest. So that might be the easiest thing to do. Okay. And let's see, did I get it? Whoa, I don't think I got that one. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, and good. All right, now I have some trimming to do, because you know I'm going to do my edges, right? That's just a given. That has to happen. But I want to go ahead and trim this off first, so I don't have to trim off something that I have inked. There we go. All right. Ta-da! All right, now I'm going to glue down the edges. And for that, I think I'll go ahead and use my art glitter glue, because it's got the fine point on it. And that helps give me a little bit more control. Just the edge. Okay, like, oh, I just thought of something. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't stick it down. Hold on. I want to go ahead and get this edge before I glue it, right? Because once I glue it, it's going to be really hard to get to. Ooh, I'm glad I thought of that. And I'm using the Ground Espresso. I really like the darker one. Yeah, let me just go ahead and glue it again. Put a little bit more glue. There. All right. Now, there we go. All right, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and ink this edge as well. So now I need to glue the whole, this whole part. So we will go ahead and add our glue just to the edge, like so. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to ink the rest of it. I'm going to continue using the Ground Espresso. And I'm just going to ink all the way around. So there we go. I'm all inked up. Now the only thing to do is to decorate. Now for me, I guess because things will be sliding in and out, I didn't do too much on this one other than ink. I did put like a little bit of a stamp right here, so stamping would certainly work. I focused most of my embellishments down on the bottom, and that's probably what I would do for this one. Now, let's see. I didn't have anything specific planned, so I'm really just going to look and see what's on my desk. Let's see. I've got tons of little bits of paper. Let's see. I can probably do something with some of this. I was playing with the pinking shears, and because I was working on making stamps, and I just love making those little stamps, so I'm probably going to do that video next because I have a bunch of them laying right over there. So I was playing around with them, and where is it? I cut out just one of the little lines, so I thought that might be kind of cool to use. I'm not sure. Let's see. I can use that down here. Maybe it like that. And here's another piece of this paper. Let's see. Got a little bit of lace. I'm not sure if I like that. I don't know. I'm not feeling lace on this one. Let's see. I'm kind of digging the paper. I got some string with knots in it. Sure, doesn't everybody have string with knots in it on their table? Of course. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let's put another knot in it. Let's see. Alright, whatever. I'll just leave it like that. Maybe I could try to use these together. Maybe something like that. What else do I have? These are the good old days. I had edged that. I was going to use it on something else and I didn't. That might be kind of cute. These are the good old days. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to start gluing. Let's see how we end up. I think I will use this. Because why not? Let's see. Maybe I'll do some edging a little bit. I wish I would I wish I would remember to edge before I put glue on things. That would really be helpful. Oh, would be helpful. Okay, put that there. Let's see. Let's go. Don't know, guys. I'm winging it. I hope this turns out and looks okay. Sometimes you just gotta stop thinking so much and just do stuff. Let's try to do better about that. Let's see. Otherwise, I'll worry myself to death trying to come up with just the right thing. You know, let's just wing it. There. Okay. I don't know. Oops. Okay. Oh no, I'm getting glue everywhere. Okay. There we go. Put that there. I'm not sure if the glue stick will hold the string, but honestly it might. I think I'm gonna try. Put a little bit there. Uh-oh. A little bit here. A little bit there. Okay. I may end up wishing I had used different glue, but that's okay. We're gonna just give it a go. Okay. Now, if it doesn't stick, I'll come back and I'll use some hot glue, at least for this part, and it can hold the rest down. Let's see. About there. Okay, let me think. That may actually be it for this one, but let me give it some thought and look around and see if there's anything else I think might be worth adding. All right, I looked around and I pretty much decided I think I'm just going to leave this as is. I did find some other pieces that I can use to put in, especially if you're going to put it in a junk journal. You'll want additional places for people to write and make notes and journal. And so I found some pieces. I've already inked the edges and, you know, just fill it up. And I like the big pocket in the back is big enough to be able to take larger pieces. So this whole little postcard can go in like that. And there's plenty of room on the front and back of that to make notes and journal. What's nice about this is I did leave the back unfinished because you can always glue it down. Here's an envelope journal that's actually not completely put together yet. But, you know, you can go ahead and just glue this down and the individual pieces can be removed. But you might want to leave it free and be able to just, you know, stick it in a pocket and use the whole thing as a piece of ephemera. And if so, you know, just take one of your scraps and then just glue that down and cover the back so that that looks decorative as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this until I'm sure what I want to do with it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that idea and got something from this video. And if you did, I love that thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. And definitely leave a comment below and let me know, you know, did you like the video? Is this a new idea to you, or is it something that you've seen? It probably is. There's a lot of videos like this around, but I always try to put my spin on it. So hopefully it's something that's new to you. That's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.